All right, here's page 21 of the remote learning math packet. Number 1, Jason earns $8 per hour mowing lawns. At the end of the week, he had earned $224. How many hours did he mow? So we are going to need to divide. So we are going to do 224 divided by 8. How many times does 8 go into 2? It doesn't. So how many times does 8 go into 22? Goes in 2 times. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract. 22 minus 16 is 6. Check. 6 is less than 8. So that works out. Bring down my 4. How many times does 8 go into 64? 8. 8 times 8, 64. Subtract 0. So he worked 28 hours. All right. Number 2, Molly was packing books into a box to send to a friend. The box cannot weigh more than 2 kilograms. If each book has a mass of 200 grams, what is the maximum number of books she can send? Okay, well, we know that 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. So number 2, 1 kg equals 1,000 G's. Okay, so 2 kgs equals 2,000 G's. All right, so 1 book. So we want to get up to 2,000 G's. So 1 book was 200 G's. 2 books, 400. 3 books, 600. 4 books, 800. 5 books, 1,000. And there's several different ways you can solve this problem. This is just the way I'm choosing to do it, like with the little table. And remember, these are books, and this is their mass. So 5 books would be 1,000. 6 books would be 1,200 G's. 7, 1,400 G's. 8, 1,600. 9, 1,800. And 10 would be 2,000 G's. So how many books? It would be 10 books. How many books can she send? 10 books. All right, number 3. Andy's family drove 3 kilometers to the grocery store. How many meters did they drive? All right, well, number 3. Okay, 3 kilometers. So 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. 2 kilometers equals 2,000 meters. 3 kilometers equals 3,000 meters. So how many meters did they drive? 3,000 meters. All right, number 4. Sarah cut a 2.5 meter rope to hang a swing for her sister. How many centimeters is that rope? All right, so here they're kind of making a little trickier for us. All right, so 2.5 meters. How many centimeters would that be? Well, we know that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So there's 200 centimeters in 2 meters. Okay, so that gave us the 2 meters. Now, if there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter, there would be 50 centimeters in a half of a meter. Sometimes it's easier just to think these problems out than like try and do crazy math problems. So we know that 2 meters equals 200 centimeters. A half a meter equals 50 centimeters. So if I add those two together, I get 250 centimeters, 2, and that equals a half. So 2.5 meters equals 250 centimeters. All right. Number 5, Jenny put a cake in the oven at 2:30. if the cake takes 1 hour, 1 1/4 hours to bake, at what time should it be taken out of the oven? Well, we need to know that if you break 60 into 4 equal pieces, okay, so I'm going to break 60 into 4 equal pieces, and that will tell me how much 1/4, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So that'll go in once. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract 2. 2 is less than 4. Bring down. How many times is 4 going to 20? That'll be 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract, I get 0. Okay, so each 15 minutes or each quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. Okay, so if I go, it needs to cook. So I start at 2:30, right? And I do 1 more hour, that would be 3:30, right? And then 15 more minutes, okay? 3:30, and then I'm just going to cross that out, plus the 15 minutes, so that would be 3:45. So what time should it be taken out of the oven? It should be taken out at 3:45. All right, number 6. Jesse had $18.25. He purchased 2 pieces of pizza and a soft drink. Each piece of pizza cost $3 and the soft drink cost $1.75. How much money does he have left? Well, first I'm going to figure out how much he spent. Okay. And so he spent $3 on 1 piece of pizza, $3 on another piece of pizza, and $1.75 on the drink. I'm going to add all those together. So 5, 0 plus 0 plus 7 equals 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he spent $7.75. He started with $18.25, and we're going to subtract the $7.75. Okay, now here it's super important to make sure our place values are lined up and the decimal points are lined up. Okay, I'll just put that down there right there. 5 minus 5 is 0. 2 minus 7, I need to borrow. So the 8 becomes a 7. The 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 7 minus 7 is 0. 1 minus nothing is 1. So how much does he have left? $10.50. All right. And number 7, Cassie made punt for a party. She used 2 1/4 liters of apple juice, 2 3/4 liters of orange juice, and 1 1/4 liters of cranberry juice. How many liters of juice did she use? Well, we are going to add those together. All right, so we're going to have 2 1/4 plus 2 3/4 plus 1 1/4. All right, now I start with my lowest place values, which would be the fractions. And notice all fractions, they have 4 as their denominator, so I can add them freely and easily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my fraction would be 5/4. And then I add together my whole number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she used 5 5/4 liters of juice. Now, this would be okay for a 4th grader to leave it as 5 5/4, but we can also simplify it. Okay, so we're going to take 5/4 and we're going to turn that improper fraction, just that part, into a mixed number. All right, and that part would equal 1 1/4, and we still have our 5. So it would be 6 1/4 if we simplified it. So how many liters of juice did she use? It was 5 5/4 or 6 1/4. All right, number 8. Ben has a bag of candy that weighs 2 1/2 pounds. He gives away 1 1/2 pounds to his sister. How sweet. How many ounces of candy did he give away? So in a pound, okay, 1 lb equals 16 ounces. Okay, he gave away 1 whole pound, and then he gave away half of another pound. Okay, so it's half of 16. That would be a half of a pound would equal 8 ounces, because we just broke the 16 in half. And we're going to add this together. 16 or 6 plus 8 is 14. Carry my 1. So 24 ounces. So how many ounces of candy did he give away? And OZ is the abbreviation for ounces, LB the abbreviation for pounds. He gave away 24 ounces. All right, number 9. Mark cut a rope that measured 2 yards. Sam's rope was 6.5 feet, and Luke's rope was 74 inches. Who had the longest rope? All right, so we want to get this all into the same unit. All right, so so let's do that first. So 2 yards, number 9. Okay, so 2 yards, 1 yard equals 3 feet. So 2 yards would equal 6 feet. Okay, so right now we want to know who has the longest. So right now we know it's not Mark, because Sam's was 6.5 feet. All right, so now it's between Sam and Luke. All right, so let's see what we got for Luke. 74 inches. So 12 inches equals 1 foot, right? So let's just divide 72 by 12, or 74 by 12. All right, and that 12 will go into 74 6 times. 6 times 12 is 72. So I subtract 4. 4 minus, my bad. 4 minus 2 is 2. 7 minus nothing. So I have 6 feet and 2 twelfths. Okay, so I can look. So I have 6 whole feet and 2 twelfths of another foot. Is 2 twelfths more or less than 1/2? It is less than 1/2. And Sam's was 6 feet and a half. So who had the longest rope? Sam. And there you go.